What up, what up, what up, what up? The real MVPs, and today we're gonna go over our top 5 baits. Right? Obviously, bass like to chase bait fish during the fall. So we're gonna be imitating those lures that imitate bait fish, right? A chatterbait, spinnerbait, and a swim jig.
On a real MVP's crappie killer swim jig.
Clear. They're busting bait over here. Come here, come here, come here. They're busting bait over here. I'm throwing a G. Look at them. Look at all these bait busting. Oh, God. 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 First cast of the day. Now you can work these in replace of one another. Chatterbait, let's say it's not working. You can always throw spinnerbait. Spinnerbait's not working, or chatterbait's not working. You can always throw a swim jig, right? Think of it as power fishing, but you can always go more finesse, right? So chatterbait is probably the most power, right? If you want to bump down a little bit more finesse, throw a spinnerbait. If you want to bump down a little bit more finesse, throw a swim jig. See, so you can work these in place of one another. You can work these in the same spot as each other. So wherever you throw a chatterbait, you can throw a swim jig. Wherever you throw a swim jig, you can throw a spinnerbait. Wherever you throw a spinnerbait, you can throw vice versa. Towel. Water. But I'm not going to tell you what kind of top water other than the fact of a popper, plopper, buzzbait, walkie dog. So if you're going to go for a top water bait, a popper, a plopper, like a whopper plopper, a buzzbait, or something that walks a dog, right? Now again, these can all be in replace of one another. So if one's not working, you can always go to the other. If that's not working, you can always go to the other, right? Swim bait. Now I'm not gonna tell you what size, because a lot of people throw big ones, 12-inch ones, and a lot of people throw small baby finesse ones. But a swim bait is key in the fall, especially if you want to imitate those bait fish, especially if you want to be able to throw a lure multiple ways. You can throw it on a ball head, you can throw it on a Texas rig, throw it on an underspin, throw it on a swim jig. Right behind that would be a single tail grub. Holy crap. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You can work that in replace of a finesse swim bait, right? So I can throw that on the back of a swim jig. I can throw it on a ball head. And I can do multiple things. And I can play with the speeds of that bait, right? Next would be a fluke. So you can throw a soft jerkbait or a hard jerkbait, but a soft jerkbait I can get in a lot more places than I can a hard jerkbait. Meaning I can throw it in wood, I can throw it in grass, especially being Texas rig. Fluke is key in the fall. A frog. Don't forget to throw frogs during the fall, right? Now, what I will give you is in color, I will go brown. So black during the summer, brown during the fall. Some sort of jig or a swim jig. Now, since we're using baits that can be used in replace of one another, right? You can always throw a flipping jig, right? So you can tie on a regular flipping jig, and let's say you want to swim it. You can always swim a regular flipping jig. So if I have a swim jig on, you can flip a swim jig, but it ain't gonna be as versatile as tying a regular jig on and then saying, hey, flipping it ain't working, so now I'm going to swim it instead. And then if you find out that the swim jig bite is on, you can always switch to the swim jig. During the fall, for the swim jig though, what I recommend is throwing on those finesse swim baits or the grub. Not a crawl. Not a crawl. So, summer, shifting in the fall, change your trailer to a swim bait trailer. on the swim jig, right? Rattle trap. So this is a bait that you can cover a lot of water. You can also imitate those bait fish that are fleeing from the bass, right? So a rattle trap is definitely a key and a player in the fall. So this is a little bit more than 5, but I guarantee you, going into the fall, if you throw these certain baits, I'm not going to tell you what brand, go find what you like. I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody to go throw somebody baits. Except for the baits that I throw, and I'll tell you them when I'm fishing, right? Find what you like, but if you stick to these categories during the fall, you will have success.